Hey guys, today I thought it would be fun to go over all of the books I'm hoping to read in July. Keyword hoping. I usually have all these books on my to-read list and then I end up seeing things that pop up on the library like, hey, this just became available, and then I download it and read that instead. So we'll see how this goes, but hopefully this helps me hold myself accountable. Okay, number one, I want to read Dune. I know they're making it into a movie with Timothée Chalamet. We don't talk about him here, it's fine. Dune is known as a classic by science fiction fans, and as a science fiction fan, I feel that I need to read it. And it's been on my list for so long. Every month I'm like, maybe I'll read Dune this month, and then I just don't do it. So I'm gonna try to make myself do it this month. Number two is that I would like to try and finish Ruin and Rising. I have been reading Ruin and Rising for months now, and I just have made almost no progress. I think I'm about 30% done with the book, and I don't really have much interest to finish it. Since I read the first couple books in the series, I feel obligated to see this through. If you read the Shadow and Bone series, please let me know what you thought of the third book. Next, I would like to read The Queens of Ennis, Lear by Tessa Gratton. The synopsis, it starts with, a kingdom at risk, a crown divided, a family drenched in blood. There's a prophecy, there's a royal family, there's all kinds of fun stuff, and I just love fantasy. And I've been wanting to read it for a really long time, so I'm also trying to hold myself accountable, knock off some more things on my to-read list. It also sounds like there are 3 daughters vying for the throne. So it sounds a little bit, just like a tiny bit, like 3 Dark Crowns. So I'm really curious to see how it'll compare or if it's similar. I haven't seen anyone make that comparison, so I'm really curious if, maybe it sounds like a similar concept, but it's really unique. I would love that. Okay, next up is Cleopatras Daughter by Michelle Moran. I read Nefertiti this year, and then I also read The Heretic Queen. And I really love Nefertiti. I don't know why. I know it's very fictitious. It's supposed to be historical fiction, heavy on the fiction, but I didn't mind. I didn't like The Heretic Queen quite as much because it felt too similar, but Cleopatra's Daughter sounds like fun. It's supposed to be, obviously Cleopatra's Daughter, so I won't get too much into the plot for that one. A couple of other books that I just happened to have downloaded from the library is The Secret History by Donna Tartt and The Source of Self-Regard by Toni Morrison. It's a collection of essays and it sounds really good. And then finally, I have a couple of physical books to add to the list. I want to read Spin the Dawn. It's a story of a tailor and a tailor's competition. The synopsis reminds me a tiny bit of Mulan, just that the main character pretends to be a man instead of a woman to enter this competition. So I'm really curious to see what they'll do there. And then next I have Woven in Moonlight, which just sounds amazing. It has magic, royalty, lush landscapes. Did I say royalty? I'm sensing a theme here. And it draws inspiration from Bolivian politics and history. So this one sounds really good and I'm excited. Also, look at the cover. It's so beautiful. Oh, and the characters. I'm just a tad excited. All right, guys, even though there are like 30 other books I would obviously like to read in July, I'm gonna cut the list off there. Leave me a comment below if you have read any of these or if you plan on reading them soon. All right, see you guys in my next video.